Well, new tonight, legal experts say a Hillsborough jury's decision to sentence Matthew Terry to life in prison this week rather than death might have headed off a complicated appeal.
Terry was convicted on Monday of killing his girlfriend, Lithia teacher Kay Baker. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay at 6 o'clock. I'm Carolina Lee.
And I'm Dave Wagner. Good to have you here tonight. Suspended Hillsborough State Attorney Andrew Warren originally said his office would not seek the death penalty, but that changed when Governor DeSantis appointed Interim State Attorney Susan Lopez, who said they would seek death. 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Lasser takes a closer look at the impact the still unresolved political battle is having on this case and others.
You're going to prison for the rest of your life.
47-year-old Matthew Terry convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison. But what if the jury had recommended death?
Certain deals may have been in place that were commonplace that now they are not being offered.
Defense attorney A.J. Alvarez, who is not associated with the Terry trial, says this and several other cases, including at least one of his own, have been impacted, changed by the still unanswered political question created by Governor Ron DeSantis when he suspended Hillsborough State Attorney Andrew Warren.
Once the change took place, they ended up filing charges.
Terry's trial was moved along quickly under the presumption that the death penalty was off the table. Then interim state attorney Susan Lopez said it wasn't. The jury's recommendation, life rather than death, might have avoided an avenue for appeal.
I think that it worked out because, the state attorney can say, I sought the death penalty. The jury didn't, go in my favor. And the defense at the same time can say, well, we got the defendant life and spared him.
Today, Warren addressed the policy concerns being raised, even as his own trial against Governor DeSantis is now less than 2 weeks away.
And that shouldn't be lost on anyone that, this political upheaval and the governor's actions have thrown a wrench into their work.
For now, Andrew Warren says he's concentrating almost exclusively on getting his job back as the duly elected state attorney of Hillsborough County. If that happens, he did not rule out the possibility of reviewing cases which may have been handled differently in his absence. If it doesn't happen, asked whether he might run for state attorney again in 2024, Warren said he's focused on the trial coming up in 2 weeks, not what might happen in 2 years. In Tampa, Eric Lasser, 10 Tampa Bay.
So this is complicated. Legal experts say if Warren is reinstated, it's unlikely any cases would be overturned on appeal, but you might see defense attorneys whose clients have been indicted, convicted, or sentenced in his absence ask that some of those cases be given a second look.